Welcome back to Defenders of the Realm. This is episode 1, and we're going to begin with the Ranger. And the Ranger has some special abilities, which I read last time. Basically has 5 life points or 5 action points. So we're going to begin spending those. And his quest has to do with an elven envoy, and he has to get over to Heaven's Glade. And Heaven's Glade is located right here. So we're going to actually spend 3 of his tokens right now for him to just move. So 3 tokens will allow him to walk 3 spaces. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3 to Heaven's Glade. And now while he's at Heaven's Glade, he has 2 actions remaining. His first action he is going to spend, and he's going to try to complete this quest. And we'll read it, and it says, convince the elves to send warriors. Spend 1 action in Heaven's Glade and roll 3 dice. A roll of 5 or 6 on any of the dice succeeds. Alright, so we get to roll 3 dice. And if any of them is a 5 or 6, he will succeed. So let me get my dice tray and some dice out, and we'll get rolling. Alright, so I just grabbed the 3 green dice that come with the game. Basically, the game comes with 3 green, 3 blue, 3 black, and 3 red dice. It's primarily used when you're rolling to attack minions. And I guess before I roll for his quest, I just briefly state, of course, the heroes start in Monarch City. That's where they start the game. And you'll notice that there's a smattering of minions in different colors out on the board. That's a random placement at the beginning of the game. You basically draw 3 Darkness Spreads cards, and you put 2 minions in each space that it shows, and then you draw 3 more cards, and you put 1 minion in each space. So that's how the board gets randomly seeded with minions. And as well, the dragon and the orc here start with a full contingent of minions. So does the demon, and so does Varlakal. So let's get to rolling, and we'll see if he can complete his quest. Here's the Ranger's roll, and he gets a 6. So that's great. It means he completes this quest. And by completing the quest, it says defeat D6 minions within 2 spaces of Heaven's Glade. So now we get to roll 1 die, and we'll see how many minions. Now, did that say adjacent? Within 2 spaces. So let's get a big high number here. And we get 4. So that's pretty good. So I'm actually going to take 2 of the dragon kin off Blizzard Mountains, and we're going to defeat 2 off the Thorny Woods. So they go back into Reservoir. And if you ever need to pull a minion onto the board and there are none left, there's, I believe, 25 minions of each color, you lose the game. So lots of ways to lose the game. Alright, that's a completed quest. It goes into the completed quest discard pile. And now we draw a new quest. So whenever you complete a quest, you draw another one. And now it is defeat 4 demons. As you fulfill this quest, place each demon you defeat onto this card for reference. And the reward is discard this quest card to avoid placing troops in 1 red location noted on a Darkness Spreads card. So that would be able, if he completes it, he'll be able to use it to negate demon minions from appearing on the board. Now, he still has 1 action left. He's in a green space, and he has elf support. It says when starting in a green space location, you gain 1 action for the turn. So I'm going to leave him there. And now remember, he has this archery skill, and archery says may attack enemy minions 1 space away as if they were in the same location. So I'm going to have him take a snipe shot. At the Thorny Woods, he's going to shoot this way at this green minion. And to hit green minions, you need a 3+. So I'm going to have him roll 1 die and see if he can get a 3+. He gets a 2. So his sniping ability misses, and that is all 5 of his actions used up for this turn. Now, of course, when he gets his next turn, because he's starting in the green space, he's going to end up with 6 actions. So, pretty good start. He completed a quest, wiped out 4 minions that are with the generals at the moment, and got a new quest. Alright, now we're into, I guess what's called the evening phase, where he gets to draw 2 hero cards. So we pull 2 hero cards off the shuffled deck, and he gets Fire River. So this would be able to use 1 dice against Varkalak, and he gets Pleasant Hill, which will be able to be used 1 die against Balazard. Okay, so that's going to join his other 2 cards, and you can have a hand limit of 10. So he has now 2 green location cards, a red and a black, 2 gates, and 2 horses. And that is what they call the evening phase. And next up, of course, is the darkness spreads phase. So let me get organized here, and we'll see what happens with that. Okay, so as with my last playthrough, I just can't quite seem to get the entire board in one shot, but that's okay. Anyway, it is now darkness spreads. So at the end of each character's turn, we reveal a darkness spreads card. So let's have a look at this one. And this one says, 1 Dragonkin blue minion shows up in Bounty Bay, and 2 black Varkalak minions show up at the Dancing Stone. So, of course, I need to find these. Bounty Bay is right here, so we will put the 1 blue minion there. And we get 2 black minions showing up right beside Monarch City at the Dancing Stone. 1, 2. All right, that's placing minions on the board. And I guess quickly I will show you the war status card, and it is basically advance 1 space for each general defeated. So what now? We're in the early stage of the war, and the early war says each player draws 1 darkness spreads card at the end of their turn, placing minions and moving generals as noted. So if we defeat a general, this is going to move to the mid-war. You're going to draw 2 cards, and once you defeat 3 generals, you're going to start drawing 3 cards. So right now we're in the early phase, so we only draw the 1 darkness spreads card at the end of a hero turn. And of course now we have at the bottom, does the general move? And this is depicting our dragon here, Sapphire, moving right into Monarch City. Of course, if we look at the board, he is adjacent. His next move would be to Heaven's Glade. So for instance, had he been in Greenleaf Village and we pulled that card, he would move into Monarch City and we would lose. But because it says Monarch City, he can only move 1 space on the board. He is not going to move. So that's pretty good for us. And that is now the end of the Ranger's turn. And next up is going to be the Wizard. So the order of characters, I have the Ranger goes first, then we have the Wizard, then we have the Cleric, then we have the Adventurer. So why don't I just show you the Wizard right now, and we'll deal with him in the next turn. So here's the Wizard, if this is going to focus, and he has Teleport, and it says may spend an action to move to 1 location each turn as if traveling by a magic gate. No card is required. And he has Fireball. This is a great spell. It says discard a card matching the color of the enemy minions to be attacked and roll combat dice. A 2+ incinerates minions regardless of type. So that's really, really powerful ability. And Wisdom, when drawing a Darkness Spreads card, it may be discarded and another one drawn, but the new card must be used. And it says, note, in the middle and late war, this skill may be used for each Darkness Spreads card drawn. So he's a really powerful character. I believe he comes with the base game. So he's going to be up next. He has 5 action, or 5 life points as well. He has 2 hero cards, and he has 2 green cards as well. So again, if we attack Gorget, it's 1 die, and they're 2 horse cards, so we can use them to move 2 spaces. Father Oak Forest and Golden Oak Forest. So that's the cards for a Wizard, and of course, each character starts the game with 1 quest, and his quest to start the game is Boots of Speed. This is an awesome quest. It says seek the boots in a cavern in the Dragon's Teeth range. Well, the Dragon's Teeth range is right just out of camera to the bottom of the board here, and it says spend an action and roll 3 die, and if you roll a 6 on any of them, you get this. You get the Boots of Speed. And what the Boots of Speed do is gain 2 actions per turn. Wow, that is fantastic. So I think we know what the Wizard will be trying to do on his first turn. Okay, that was pretty good for the Ranger. He took out some minions, which helps. The Darkness Spreads card wasn't too terrible for us. And that's it for the Ranger. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Join me next time when our Wizard, and of course they have no names, they're just Ranger, Wizard, Cleric, Adventurer, which is kind of funny. But anyhow, that's the way the game works. All right, thanks for watching. Join me next time for Turn 2, the Wizard.